What if I told you hackers pulled off one of the greatest heists in history, stealing nearly $1 billion from banks around the world without stepping foot inside a vault? This is the mind-blowing story of Carbanak.
Criminal cyber gang has stolen as much as $1 billion from over 100 financial institutions over the past 2 years.
Carbanak.
The gang, which has been dubbed Carbanak.
It all started in 2013 with emails. These weren't ordinary spam messages. They were spear-phishing emails crafted to look like official communication from trusted sources within the banking world. These emails came with attachments, often in the form of Microsoft Word documents or control panel applet files. Some were laced with hidden malware, especially designed to target old versions of Microsoft Office. Click it and boom, the hidden code kicks in, a secret door opens, and Carbanak sneaks through. Suddenly, your computer, it's theirs, full control. And just like that, the heist began. Between 2013 and 2015, the Carbanak gang launched a wave of cyber attacks that shook the global financial system. Their targets, around 100 banks, online payment platforms, and financial institutions spread across the world. No one was safe, not even major players like the United States, Germany, and China. And they did not stop there. Smaller countries like Nepal, Morocco, and Iceland were hit too. On average, each bank lost up to $10 million. Some were attacked more than once, losing even more. The damage was massive. Each attack followed a careful, step-by-step plan. Picture this, a regular day at a bank, everything seems normal, but behind the scenes, hackers have already slipped in. They did not rush. Nope. From the moment they broke in, they waited. Sometimes 2, even 4 months. Just watching, studying every click, every login, learning exactly how the bank worked. They secretly recorded videos of bank employees, especially the system admins, the people with the most access. They studied every click, every password typed, every tool opened. It was like watching a tutorial on how to rob a bank, taught by the bank itself. The hackers took notes and planned everything. This wasn't random, it was training for the perfect digital heist. And when they were ready, they made their move. Carbanak did not need ski masks or guns, they had code. They controlled ATMs remotely, and those machines just started spitting out cash like magic. And waiting nearby, money mules. People hired just to grab the cash and vanish.
The first bank reported that over 70 million NT dollars was withdrawn illegally. The withdrawals were made in both Taipei and Taichung across 34 ATMs and...
In other cases, it was even cleaner.
Hey, sorry for interrupting your video, but I wanted to know, are you interested in building a career in ethical hacking? We created Learn Ethical Hacking from Scratch course just for you, and it's the perfect way to get started. In this course, you will learn how ethical hackers find vulnerabilities in your system, networks, and applications. You will learn hands-on skills like penetration testing, exploiting the weakness in a system, and all the tools that hackers use. You will also learn how to stay on the right side of the law. Cybersecurity is one of the fastest growing industries in the world, and hackers are high in demand. The global cybersecurity market is expected to reach $400 billion by 2028. There's never been a better time for you to jump in. Ethical hackers earn from $90,000 to $120,000 annually. Experts in this field make even more. So are you ready to kickstart your journey into ethical hacking? This course is your key to mastering hacking. We have placed the link to this course in the description. Enroll today and get started on a lucrative career path. Now back to the video.
The hackers used the bank's own online systems to transfer millions into their own accounts. No alarms, no broken windows, just money gone. The losses were staggering. One bank lost $7.3 million from a single ATM attack. Another lost $10 million through an online transfer. These were not isolated incidents. They were part of a coordinated global campaign. Most of these IP addresses linked to these attacks were traced to Russia, Ukraine, the United States, Germany, and China. However, this doesn't necessarily mean all of the attackers or victims were located in these countries. The operation was global in reach and impact. While this Carbanak hack was one of the most notorious cyber heists in recent history, it did not stop there. In 2016, the same group struck again, this time in Taiwan. 3 Eastern European men, Andreis Perigodovs from Latvia, Mihail Kolibaba from Romania, and Nikolai Pinkov from Moldova were convicted in Taiwan for stealing $2.6 million from ATMs. Just like in previous Carbanak operations, this hack involved malware that allowed the criminals to remotely instruct 41 ATM machines in 3 different cities to dispense cash. CCTV footage captured the men walking away with bags full of stolen money. The signs were all there, same tactics, same tools. This wasn't just a copycat job. This was Carbanak back at it again. The malware they used, it went straight for the ATM infrastructure. And the way they operated, like clockwork. Everything was timed perfectly, with people on the ground ready to act. The result? Chaos. The attack shook the whole country. Banks panicked. Over 1,000 ATMs were temporarily shut down just to stop it from spreading. Prosecutors said this wasn't just about stolen cash, this caused real fear. Now, the good news is that most of the stolen cash was actually recovered pretty quickly. But this wasn't over. The Taipei court's conviction of the 3 men was a small victory.
At least 500 police officers checking the CCTVs. We track all the footage from the ATMs and back to the hotels of all the suspects.
But 19 other suspects, including a French national and an Australian, managed to escape Taiwan. Their whereabouts remain unknown. Now fast forward to March 2018, a major breakthrough in the fight against cybercrime. The mastermind behind the Carbanak and Cobalt attacks, the man who had orchestrated some of the most devastating cyber heists in history, was finally caught. In a high-stakes operation, the Spanish National Police, working hand-in-hand with Europol, the FBI and authorities from Romania, Moldova, Belarus, and Taiwan launched a global investigation that would bring down one of the world's most wanted cybercriminals. And then, in a quiet corner of Alicante, Spain, Dennis K., the leader of the infamous cybercrime syndicate, was arrested. It was the end of a chapter, but the start of a new battle. With this arrest, the authorities had taken down the kingpin. But the question remained, how far did the Carbanak network reach, and how many others were still out there? Even a decade later, Carbanak is still lurking in the shadows, evolving and adapting new tactics. In 2023, NCC Group uncovered a shocking resurgence of this notorious malware, but this time it was not targeting banks directly. What was once banking malware has now become a weapon of choice for larger cybercrime syndicates, like the infamous Fin7 group. Despite being taken down multiple times, Carbanak's ability to adapt and find new ways to hack into systems make it a dangerous threat that refuses to disappear.